Hello, so here is a final walkthrough for my final project. My project is on securely passed training. This is a system that we use at my school. I'm a middle school teacher, so the students have to use this as a pass anytime they want to leave the classroom, which is why I decided to create my training on this. Before we start this whole menu, I have this up right now just so that I can quickly go through all of the different sections, but when the learners will be on this and when I submit, this will not be here. So I'll take it off. It'll just look like this. People will not have the option to click and see this menu so that they can't just skip through all of the sections. I just have this there for quick access. So to start, only thing they can do from here is click Start Training, and this will just go right into the learning objectives. From here, everything is going to be done with the next buttons at the bottom. So from here, it'll go right into a video. I'm going to go off this just so it's not talking over us. That video will go, and while the video is going, learners cannot hit the next button down here until that video has completed. So that button doesn't work. Obviously, again, this menu wouldn't be here until they're done. Once they go to the next slide, here is something to keep them engaged. They'll have different things they can click. If they click it wrong, obviously you'll see that it turns red. If they click it correct, it's green, so they can get some immediate feedback. They'll go ahead and click submit, and it'll tell them that they did it correctly. If they would have done it incorrectly, it would have them try again. They can go to the next section. So there's 4 sections to this project. I'll go through the whole first section just so you can kind of see what it's like, but then I won't go through every section. Every section starts like this, so they know what they're going to be learning about, and then they'll be able to click the next button, and it'll go right into a video. And I'm going to go off of that just so it doesn't talk over me. But the second that they hit the next button, that video is going to start. It's about a 1:30 long video that walks them through this step. Again, they cannot click the next button at the bottom. You can see right here.
Welcome to the tutorial on how to log in securely
because they haven't watched the entire video. So once they watch the entire video, they'll be able to hit the next button and it'll bring them to a drag and drop. So this will kind of review what the video is about. They have to drag each step to the correct one. If they don't drag it to the correct one, it'll turn red. Once they have found the correct step, it will turn green. Gives them some immediate feedback to make sure they're learning what they're supposed to be doing. Again, click submit and got the right answer. Goes to a checkpoint for section 1. Ask them a question, they'll answer it. In order to do this, click it, click submit, and once they've gotten it correct, they can now go to the next section. So that was all of section 1. Also, you'll notice I do have kind of up at the top just to let them know how far they are at each point. So now they're at section 2. Section 2 is very similar. So it'll be a video, same things apply, another drag and drop that gives them immediate feedback, another checkpoint. In order to move on, they have to get the checkpoint correct. So if they answer it wrong, it will not let them move on. Section 3, same thing, goes to what they're going to be learning about, goes to a video. The video only works once they have finished it, then they can click next. Another multiple select gives them immediate feedback. For example, if they get it wrong, tells them they're incorrect and that they should try again. So they have to keep doing it until they get it correct, but they get that immediate feedback with the colors on the screen. Get it right, then they can move on to the checkpoint. Again, if you select the wrong thing on the checkpoint, it'll make them try again. So they can't go to the next slide until they have gotten it correct. Once they've gotten it correct, you'll notice that it does let them move on. Section 4, same thing. Video, multiple click, they can click true or false, gives them that feedback, and then a checkpoint. So that's the last part of the section. You can see in all 4 of these sections what I try to do. What we've learned over this whole semester is creating a video with a voiceover and editing that video, and then a lot of multiple select or drag and drops, which is what we worked on in different weeks, and then it changes the state. So that's what's happening here, depending on if If it's unselected, there's nothing around it. If it's selected correctly, it's green. If it's selected wrong, it's red. That's one of the things that we talked about. And then kind of a quiz question. And then it brings them from here, once they have answered it correctly, it brings them right to the quiz. And so from here, it gives them the directions that they now need to take this quiz and get at least an 80% to complete the training. So they can go back to the beginning of the training if they want to continue to learn, or if they're ready, they can take the quiz. So this one will not give them immediate feedback. So they'll go in and answer all of the questions. You'll notice as they're answering questions, it is not giving them immediate feedback. So that will not like it was before. You have to answer all of the questions in order to do so. And so I'm going to get a bunch wrong just to show what it does when you get not an 80%. There's 10 questions. And so here I clearly did not get an 80%. And so they can either review their answers or they can retry the quiz. They have to get an 80%. Once they have gotten an 80%, it will allow them to click next. Obviously, this next doesn't work right now because they haven't gotten 100%. When they get 100%, or sorry, not 100%, when they get 80% or more, then they will be able to click and see the congratulations page. They've finished, kind of just to complete what they've learned. So that is a quick walkthrough on my final project. I really enjoyed doing this. I've never used this software before, and I thought it was super cool. But that's a final walkthrough. Thank you.